Hello everyone, I'm RecB5,
And I am the Mad Bomber.
and we're back with our Madden NFL 2005 Lifers franchise, Season 3.
Yes, and we are going into the playoffs. And we have to simulate the wild card round because, of course, we don't have to play in the wild card round as the number one seed in the conference. But figured we'd start off by looking at a little bit of statistics
Yep.
at the end of the season. And the reason that I am the Mad Bomber, obviously, is because I threw for 6,563 yards, 69 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
So you got just the right number of touchdowns there, right?
And I also added another 26 yards from Aaron Baker. So I almost broke the 6,600 yards passing mark on the season.
Wow.
And of course, I completed, 371 of 507 pass attempts for a 73% completion percentage.
Which is pretty good.
Yep. I only got sacked 15 times, and I had a long pass of 80 yards.
Yeah, I think you actually had the longest completed pass in the league at the end.
Yeah, and that's unusual because usually somebody will get one longer than that. But anyway. And Anthony Gaines managed to make it over 1,500 yards rushing with a nice 4.3 yard per carry average.
Yeah, anybody would be happy with that.
Yeah, and he had a decent number of carries, and he only had lost the ball twice.
Look at Martin.
Yeah,
Martin's average.
Our fullback, Charles Martin, he had a pretty good year as far as fullbacks go with just over 500 yards. And our halfback, too, actually did okay, too, although his average per carry was not as good. Anyway, and receiving, of course, Quincy White was absolutely lights out this season, amassing over 3,200 yards receiving and 41 touchdowns. And actually, John Mike Houston, although he's a long ways behind, those numbers would have been good enough to make him the number one wide receiver in the league this season.
If Quincy White didn't exist.
If Quincy White didn't exist. And then, of course, I kind of spread the ball around amongst the big guys, the fullback, and the 2 tight ends. Well,
Man, Hudson's like 500 yards lower than he's used to.
yeah, but when you look at him, though, out of all of the active receivers on my team, the ones that caught, a decent number of passes, he's the guy who had 1 drop pass all season long.
Yep.
Whereas Quincy White led the league in drop passes with 17.
Oh, God.
So, he averaged just ever so slightly more than 1 drop pass per game, in spite of the fact that he was my explosive vertical passing game weapon, right?
Yep.
But anyway, and of course, Martin was a pretty good blocker. We had both of our tackles had pretty good seasons with 50 pancake blocks apiece. They're both going to the Pro Bowl. And defensively, look at Tony Seymour leading the team in tackles. The linebacker that you don't like.
Well, he could play safety.
And look at the hustle he had, right? And he also, that's a league-leading statistic, by the way, 25 tackles for a loss.
Yep.
And he finished second in the league in sacks. And the only reason he didn't finish first in the league in sacks, of course, is because of
Greg May is a monster.
The outrageous monster performance by Greg May, the left outside linebacker, who amassed a ridiculous 32 sacks this season. And of course, you didn't really have very many people with interceptions.
Yeah, Hank's got all of his interceptions in the last game.
Yeah, he got 2 interceptions in week 17 to lead the team in interceptions. And that one was a long one, too. One of them was a long one, 84 yards for a touchdown. And, of course, we got, Jamie Boston out there defending passes because that's the kind of player he is.
And Lewis. We've got Lewis
and
out there. And
Alfred Lewis as well. Second, defensive end, second in the league in deflected passes. And, we got Seymour again as co-leader in forced fumbles on the team, along with Lamar Holt. And Greg May with the lone safety.
Yes.
And we did score 4 defensive touchdowns this season, RecB5X.
Although 2 of them in the last game.
Yeah. So anyway, that was just a little something, a little bit of a look at what some statistics looked like. So I guess we'll go on to the wild card round here, and we'll have to simulate this week since we don't actually play in the wild card round. So we'll just have to see. Oh, look at that. The Bulls upset the Tigers.
Nice.
Wow. 30-27 in overtime. The Buffalo Bulls. And the Tigers are actually the team we played in the Super Bowl last season.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they're not going to be going back. And of course, the Zombies blew out the Stingers pretty much like we expected. And those guys, well, okay. It looks like we're not going to have an all Madden team. Well, unless the bad men make it through. They're still in there because they didn't have to play in the wild card round either. And look at that. The Goblins beat the Wreckers.
Wow.
I guess that thrashing we gave the Wreckers in week 17 got them down or something.
Yeah, maybe he was the quarterback was still recovering from that injury or something.
So anyway, in the division playoff, our lucky opponent is going to be the Green Bay Goblins.
Oh, this will be easy.
I don't know. They played us fairly decently early in the season, right? They have that full house offense that you don't like very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it looks like the Zombies and Desperados will battle it out again. So we'll be playing one of them, probably. Assuming that we defeat the Goblins, which I'm fairly
Iron Men and Guppies.
Yeah, I think the Iron Men are going to win that one. But the Bulls, coming off of their huge upset over the Tigers, who knows? Maybe there won't be an all-Madden team coming out of the AFC this season.
Go figure.
But anyway, here we are. We're going to be playing in the divisional playoff round against the Green Bay Goblins. And have to get our playbooks loaded up here. It's so quiet still. I still can't get used to not having any background music.
Yeah, it's weird, ain't it?
Yeah. But we kept getting copyright notices, even if it was only like about a 12 or 13 second clip of some songs, right?
Yep.
That are 20 years old that probably nobody even listens to anymore. But
it is what it is.
If we wanted to, so there we go. Average points for first, average points against first, rush yards for first, pass yards for first. So we basically finished first in every offensive and defensive statistic that's meaningful this season. I'm surprised we don't get a copyright notice from the NFL theme.
I don't know. Beats me, man.
We're here for another great game. Welcome to the action. I'm Al Michaels, my partner, John Madden.
Boy, you talk about a quarterback who can light up the scoreboard. This guy can do it all. The scary thing is, he's getting better with each game.
Green Bay doesn't have a bad quarterback, though, if I recall.
No, they have a fairly decent offense, I think.
So now that we know about the quarterback, let's talk about the guys he throws to. And the first receiver that comes
Well, this isn't the guy he throws to.
Sure he is. I threw him almost 100 times this season. 94. He's got 94 catches, something like that.
Yeah, but where's the Quincy White? I know. He's a second stringer, so they won't feature him.
Yeah, if we played another season of the Lifers, I'm pretty sure Quincy would be the number one guy. Oh, look at that. Brooks is the team captain. Well, we'll defend this end.
Teams are lined up, and we'll find out today who will
They're going to receive
this NFC divisional game.
All right. Well, here we go. Setting the audibles. Always the same.
Yep. Well, I changed a little bit from what I used to do.
Well, I think that also kind of depends on who we're playing too, right? As I imagine, because I've noticed that you do tend to look at some of their offensive receivers a little bit.
Yeah, well, it basically, at least historically, has determined whether I pick this play with the hook zone for this play with the deep zone, which is the same play but with a deep zone instead of a hook zone. But it's not as much of a consideration for me as it used to be. I'll still look though. So let's see here. They got 2 fairly speedy tight ends.
Yep.
And then they've got mediocre speed at wide receiver.
Well, it looks like the guy who's the number 2 guy is fairly quick, but it looks like number 1 guy is injured and he's out for a couple of weeks yet.
Yeah. Well.
So let's pick up the
Here we go. We're going to kick it away to start the game.
Kick it out of bounds to start the game?
No, we're not going to kick it out of
The
bounds.
home team are lined up for the kickoff. Kicks it high, but very short. From the 29.
Oh, I got blocked.
The offense just about
Okay, well, that guy looks like he's a quickish guy, right?
Yeah, but you kind of kicked that one off target. He ended up getting it in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
First and 10.
Oh, there's that backwards eye formation.
Yep, they're just going to do that all day long.
Pressure, throws on the run.
Oh.
Lewis makes the play at
The running back.
7-yard line.
Yep.
Excellent gain on first down.
These guys are just out there.
Short
playing
pass
a little
over the
pitch
middle.
catch. Make
Yep.
it look easy.
Second and inches.
That was one of those circle routes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I noticed the quarterback scrambled around a little bit in order to buy some
With a
time
man in motion.
so that he could do that too, right?
Fullback handoff.
Oh, I couldn't stop him.
Gets by the first down marker.
That's why you need a high tackling rating, just so that you can run that guy over.
Yeah, in the playoffs, you can throw out all those charts and those predictions because you got 60 minutes to keep your season going. I've seen a lot of crazy things happen in the playoffs.
So they have first and
What are we doing here? Ah, full house.
slight change in the defensive alignment. Gets the toss to the right.
Oh,
Number 43 brings him down. at
Well,
the
that's all right.
44.
yeah. What happened there? He ran right through the first tackler.
I don't know, maybe he had a bad angle or something.
That allows him to hold up against the run while also giving him the speed to rush the passer when they drop back to pass.
Closing in, he was drilled.
Oh, that's a fumble.
Fumbled.
Oh, yeah. Holt recovers the fumble.
And gets up after.
Way to start this one, John. How do you think this
Wow.
will affect them?
There's still plenty of time to shake it off. I don't think this one will change their play calling at all. I'd expect them to keep running the same type of plays as soon as they get the ball back.
That's part of the risk you take when you throw the ball away like that, instead of just taking the sack.
Yep.
Johnson is the guy who's
Yeah, you should probably just take the sack in cases like that.
So a gain of about 1. They have to get to the 36 to convert for a first down.
Let's see how they do against the run today.
He tucks it away. Solid hit.
Oh.
Just constant.
And the thing is, when you get hit
Couldn't
like
hold
that,
on
it's
to
like
that
a
block.
bumblebee in your helmet. You just can't get rid of it.
Gain of about 1 yard. They have to get to the 36 to convert for a first down.
Well, the slant might be there. It looks like man coverage.
Yeah, they just brought the free safety down, hey? Tempting, but I think I'm just going to stick with the slant.
Dropping back. Throws it. And it's caught. Hall records the tackle at the 31.
Right, if it wasn't third down and long, maybe I would have tried to throw the streak to Quincy there.
They were in a tough spot here.
But
This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that
I figured
first
they
down.
were... It looked to me like they were giving up the slant, so I figured I would take it.
He's looking.
Well, they came out in the nickel stack, and that left the tight end isolated on that side.
Yep. Yeah, one-on-one coverage there, and I'll take those odds pretty well anytime.
Setting his feet. He'll shuffle and he'll bootleg. And when he sees the passing window open up, he'll get it out of there pretty quickly.
Hand it off to the back.
Nice.
He's inside the 10.
Oh, yeah.
So they get in on the ground.
On that one, gave him a big hole to charge right into
Well,
the
it's
end.
my job. When you create an opportunity like that, it is my job to take advantage of it.
So I was wondering if he was going to get the touchdown or if he was going to fall just short of the goal line there.
Yeah, well, he managed to stay airborne until the ball crossed the line, right?
Yep.
So he sort of did a belly flop there, but
Hey, it worked. And he didn't fumble.
nope.
And the extra point is good. The home team.
I was totally trying to break that tackle too, right? Like I used the ball cover button just before impact there.
Yep.
Okay, let's try this again.
That should be better.
A little more accurate this time.
He gets off a high kick, but a little short. From the 20.
That's a lineman.
I found him.
Number 65.
Yep, number 65 is going to amass lots and lots of kickoff return yardage today.
Oh, God.
And that, folks, is what the squib kick is all about. You want to kick it to somebody who can't return the ball.
Number 29, the lone back. Tucks it away. Seymour is the guy who's there to bring him.
No, there's Seymour again.
Yep, he's a good player. I think he doesn't get the respect from you that he deserves.
Well, he doesn't weigh like an extra 30 pounds.
Yeah, well, I just look at performance at the end of the season.
Seymour
And
needs to hit the gym.
performed. He performed.
Drops back with the throw. And
Wow, that was a pretty tight
good
window
Yeah, I'll
to throw
say.
into.
Wow.
Wow.
on that pass.
You know, they really whipped that thing in there. That's why you used to see a lot of drop passes by a defender, and it's usually because he just can't hang on to the thing.
Number 29, the lone back. Stepping up, pressure, gets the pass off.
They should have just dove.
That's the stop. At the
Well, I don't know. They made the first down there.
This is a great
Yeah.
call on third down to
But I
keep
mean,
the
I lined up in a
drive.
dive.
They were in a tough
Yeah,
spot
but
here.
this is the right kind of pattern, though, right? Like those curls like that, they work pretty well against man coverage, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't get greedy either. They didn't try to throw a long bomb or something on third down and one, right?
Wow, look at that. He went and broke a couple of tackles in that mess.
Yeah, he just burrowed his way through there, eh?
They have to get the ball inside the 34-yard line to convert for a first down.
You don't forget, this is a playoff game, too, so these guys are going to play better than they usually do, right?
Pressure coming. Gets rid of it.
Whoa!
If only you had hands.
Well, that one would have been pretty tough, though. That looked like it was almost at the tops of his shoes, eh?
Yeah.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Changing things up along the defensive front. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. Tucks it away.
Yeah,
Setting up play action.
kind of figured that.
Fumble.
Another fumble.
Damn.
Oh, they got that one back. Oh, he got it back himself.
Yeah.
First one, you can see that he's paying more attention.
I tried taking control of the guy who was close. And
Oh,
then
you
just,
got credited with a sack on that one, too.
Yeah, so that was a sack fumble. Wow.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to throw it away. He actually lost the ball when you sacked him.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Here's the punt.
That's a not good punt.
Well, it made it inside the 20. No, at the 20, I guess.
Oh, it's going to be one of those things where it's like an inch inside the 20.
Uh-huh.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
See? So it'll count as an inside the 20 punt on paper.
Oh.
Even though I'm pretty sure no NFL ref would actually spot it as like 1 inch inside the 20. They just probably put the ball on the 20.
Well, it worked okay that time.
Like that for first down, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
They'll try a little bit of single back big too.
I hate single back big.
Well, I can understand why. I mean, I like it because I can pass or run out of it without really declaring my intentions, at least visually.
Oh, single back big is why I draft safeties for corners.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because then I have the size to match you on the field, and I can still cover you. Because I come out in a dime every single time I see single back big. I come out in a dime because you have 4 wide receivers on the line. Or 4 receivers on the line. 2 of them are tight ends, sure, but you might have 2 speedy tight ends on the team.
I guess somebody figured that it wasn't necessary to block that linebacker, hey?
Oh, he was probably heading for a safety. He probably had a guard headed for a safety or something.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
And they'll face a long 3rd down here. The visiting team come out in a nickel package.
What do we got going on here?
Man coverage with 1 deep zone.
Gets the pass off.
Oh, he dropped it.
No, he can't hold it.
See, I figured, you know what, I looked and I thought about taking the deep shot, and I didn't because I figured that I would throw it to the most sure-handed receiver on the team with a high percentage pass, right?
And he dropped it.
And he dropped it.
So you just got to sub John Mike Houston out for Hudson at wide receiver.
Yeah. Well, that one took a nice bounce anyway.
Yep. That's a good long punt. Now they're coming in all the big house stuff.
1st and 10.
Yeah, just be careful. They do have a 90 speed wide receiver. I don't know if he's the guy on the field right now, but they do have a guy who could possibly stretch the field on you.
Well, that's okay. I've got 2 deep safeties, even in this formation.
Yeah.
In every formation, I have 2 deep safeties. I'm never not playing 2 deep safeties.
Yeah, so long as the speed discrepancy isn't enough that he manages to outrun everybody on one side, because you do have a couple of slowpokes on the left side, right?
Oh, he's only got like 91 speed. He's not like a 99 speed guy.
Yeah.
Dropping back. Throwing.
Oh, nice.
Nice job, Holman.
Yeah, Holman gets his hand in there and knocks it out down.
Manley scans the defense from the gun. Drops back, closing in. And he's sacked.
Good old Greg May.
You have to get rid of the ball in that situation. Throw it underneath. Throw it away. You can't take the sack and lose yardage like that.
Now, what were they thinking calling that play with the halfback on that side?
I don't know.
Of course, I guess you got Seymour on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got basically a 1-2 punch there.
From the 35.
Because you've got sack artists at both outside linebacker positions, right?
Yep.
It doesn't mean anything if your team can't stop the return.
1st and 10.
I think the only reason Greg May gets more is I think he can run over blocking running backs a little bit better.
Yeah, and it also could be that weird, the way the game sets up kind of thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason... Oh, look at this. Oh. For some reason, it's just easier to pass rush from the left side, right?
Yep.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Although at least I can get sacks from the right. I think it's because the game isn't perfectly symmetrical, actually.
Well, these guys got the linebackers spread out here. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work very well. They just had too wide a posture on the field, eh?
Defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They get off their blocks very quickly. Makes it tough to find openings when you're running the ball.
Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to go either.
Gives the ball off.
Oh, well, got a good block there. That definitely helped, and then ran through a tackle.
Wow. He's on fire today.
Taking your man out of the play. This is what you're talking about.
Oh, that block right there is what made that play go, right?
Yep.
This time around, John's chatting up that talking about that block.
And it actually made a difference.
It's actually relevant in this particular play.
Yep.
Looks like he's changing the play. Throwing on first down. With the pass, he
Well, that's a touchdown.
Yep. He's too fast. They're not going to catch him.
Incredible pass by the quarterback.
The quarterback knew that he had to make that pass perfect, and he got
Our stars are making the plays.
Yep. That's despite the fact that I think we have an injury at offensive line, right?
Yep. But on offense, our stars are making the plays, and on defense, same thing, right? Our stars are making the plays.
The point after is good. They've now scored 14 unanswered points.
Okay, this worked out pretty well last time, so I'm going to try this again.
All right.
Side of the ball right now. I'm thinking they're going to keep this run going.
Go over 1, 2, 3, and go up a couple. Yeah. See if we can kick it to that lineman again. Nope, they got somebody else up there now.
Oh, he's still pretty slow.
Yeah.
I think that was a tight end or something. What's his number? Oh, we didn't get to see.
43. So he might be like a safety or something too, right?
Possibly.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Number 29.
Oh, well, you ate that play up.
That's my job. If I don't do that, though, those go for like 15, 20 yards.
Yeah.
Typically. I actually practiced at that quite a lot.
Well, it shows.
Manley with a man in motion.
If you can make the middle of the pocket a problem for the offense, then yeah, you've pretty much got it all. Look at that. Now Holt's in there getting one.
Oh, man. I think he was trying to throw a long pass there.
Yeah, but if you watch that one, though, I mean, you know, the fact that you collapse the middle of the pocket all by yourself really contributed to that, too, because look at what happens here, right? You know, he doesn't have to deal with an extra guy after beating his man because you occupied 3 offensive linemen over there all by yourself, right?
Yeah, well, I kind of ended up pushing this guy back, and then the center went to come help.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that guy was doing, but he can't move up fast enough. I think that's the tackle on that side. No, that's the guard on that side, but he can't move up fast enough to block the defensive end.
Yeah,
you
shove the right guard back into the center.
Yeah.
And then the left guard had to try and go around you. Basically, you occupied like 3 guys on the offensive line all by yourself in that play. What you did won't appear in the statistics, but it was important anyway.
Well, a dominant defensive tackle is important for a 3-man line.
Yep.
After 1 quarter of play, the score is 14-0. And we're ready to start the second quarter.
Were they actually trying to run on 3rd down and really long?
Yeah, they did. And I think they did because well, I don't know, maybe they didn't have much faith in their passing game or something.
No, yeah, they didn't want their quarterback to get sacked and fumble the ball again or something.
Yeah, maybe. But we're getting returns on these punts,
Yards on the return.
Yeah.
which is unusual.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Well, our time of possession is about equal, but they're just not getting anything, right?
Calling an audible. Going to the air on 1st down. With the throw, he
Again, come on, man. He's like a 56 speed tight end.
He's getting his receiving yards in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, I looked to him first, like I thought about throwing it to Quincy on the fade over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by the looks of it, I probably could have, but I was looking this way first just because I watched how this linebacker was lining up, and as soon as I saw he was coming on a blitz, I knew that it was the safety going to try and cover him, right? And,
Yeah, but I mean, a safety you should be able to cover a 56 speed guy.
I know, but he started off with two. No, my point wasn't that he was a safety. He started off like 12 yards off the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah.
It was a huge cushion, and I kind of figured I'd be able to
Oh
get
yeah,
it.
you'd for sure be able to complete the pass in that situation. My only complaint is the way he dove at the guy.
Yeah.
You don't have to dive at Hudson to bring him down. He's not going to outrun you.
Well, I mean, I was expecting an 8 to 10 yard gain there, not 25 or whatever it was ended up being. But
Yeah, exactly.
The defense is going to need to try something different to slow down this running game.
About a yard to go.
okay, you see how that line, the left outside linebacker is lined up there?
Changing the
Yep.
play now.
Okay, well, I'm not going to try to throw the flat pass because he might be rolling out to the flat, right?
He surveys the field, throws on the move.
Overthrow.
Come on, really?
Every time you try it.
Yep, every time. Boy, oh boy.
Receivers like that, this will be their last game.
Oof.
That was
John just insulted you.
that was harsh. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, John, when did you become such a dick?
Tosses it left, receives the handoff.
Well, that was pretty easy for Green.
Yep, can't overthrow that or drop it or anything like that, right?
The defense was taken out of
Does
their
the
game plan on
toss.
that play.
Toss goes
No one was
backwards.
able to get
Fumble.
away from their block until it was too late.
Hey, man, I got to see all kinds of... Because you can design some weird toss plays in this game where they'll, like, toss it forward.
Yeah.
There's just some really broken things you can do with the toss play if you screw around with them enough.
Yeah, except that sometimes I found that those plays actually can break too, right?
Yep.
Records the stop.
Yeah, they break.
And then you end up with a weird
You never know
Turnover.
when you're gonna find
turnover or
some
something, right?
break loose into the
I like when handoffs break and you have the quarterback following the guy upfield
Yeah,
that he's trying to...
Hey, come back here.
Yeah, he's trying to hand the ball to the guy. and-
You forgot to take this with you.
Number 6 sends a man in motion. Looking for an option. Throwing on the right.
Okay. Oh, wow, he dropped it again.
Off day.
Wowee.
He's having a bad day.
What's going on here? John Mike Houston with 2 drop passes in the same game.
He's just getting ready to retire, man.
Third down so far.
Third down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
Number 6 makes
Well, that was easy.
And the receiver was right there looking for it. That's exactly
Yeah,
what
that
you like
worked.
to see on offense. Chemistry between your players.
Now here we come out in the giant I formation.
And his receivers do a good job separating.
The triple I.
He can buy him that time.
directing traffic. Tosses it left. They give it to the halfback.
Oh, I ran out of blockers. Looks like I'm going to get a little help from the referee, though.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Maybe home field advantage is a thing
I'll tell you, these
during the
face masks
playoffs.
get so big, you can start off going for a jersey and end up with a handful of face masks.
Changing the play now. Green comes in motion. Drops back. Throws to the end zone. Makes the catch. Number 6 fires it into the end zone.
Very nice.
Well, he is the heir apparent to the tight end position, right?
Yeah, he's basically Hudson, only slightly slower and actually slightly bigger. He's a bit better blocker, I think.
Benson comes in to attempt the point after.
But he's not so slow that he's limited to the
point is good.
role of blocking tight end. He actually can get out there and catch passes, and he's fairly good at catching, too.
Yeah, well, he does have over 400 yards receiving in this season, so. Let's try this again. See if maybe they swapped out a player or something, eh?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
From the 30.
There he is.
He actually got carried forward there.
Yeah, he almost made it to the 40.
First and 10.
That's one thing, though. They're not going to run the ball back for a touchdown on you if you kick it off to an offensive lineman.
Go Holt.
Yeah, he's having a good game. He's got a sack. He's got a fumble recovery. That was a big loss on a run play.
Yeah, well, I saw that the fullback and the tight end lined up on the same side of the field, and I'm like, I'm not giving you that.
Only one man in the backfield. Pump fake.
Look at him run around in the pocket.
Yeah.
Number 41.
Yeah, he might be a bit of a scrambler, eh?
Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary. It's first and 10. Number 29 in the backfield. Flings it to the outside.
Greg May hits him anyways.
Makes the tackle at the 49.
Yeah, and he didn't go anywhere after he caught that one.
Ball at about midfield. The visiting team come out in the bunch.
Oh, there he is.
That's Seymour there.
Yeah, he got it on the act that time.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing.
Well, he is actually the second best in the league.
He might never be better than he is right
The
now.
best in the league plays on the other side of that defensive formation, right?
Yep.
It's now third and long after the sack. Under pressure.
Oh,
No interception.
yeah,
for me.
he had a chance to get an interception there, but
Yep.
Yar. The hooks work pretty good for hauling ball carriers down, but not so well for catching the ball.
Yeah, really.
Here's the kick. Fair catch called for. First and 10.
All right, let's go this way. We got a few more blockers on that side.
Anderson.
Okay, not that it helped much.
Looks for a seam in the middle, but
Oh, what happened there? Oh, okay. Number 65 there didn't pick him up. Right? Oh, well. I guess that happens sometimes. You pull that offensive lineman and a guy slips through.
Yep.
Although, really, it shouldn't be a lineman. Somebody should be able to trade blocks there in order to...
number 6 sends a man in motion.
Hey, at least it's not as bad as when they go to block the safeties.
Oh, I got hit while I was throwing there.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, thankfully, nobody picked that one off.
Yeah.
And he made the play when really the receiver should have had
Yeah,
it.
I thought I had
Moving
something
the
there,
ball
but
is something that some
you
receivers
know, like when you
don't do well.
the ball takes a dive when you get hit like that.
The visiting team come out in a dime package.
This is zone defense.
Yeah, it is. I don't think I'm going to make a first down here, but I can at least maybe get a few yards further away from our end zone here.
Dropping back, he's looking, rolls out to his left. He's scrambling around, breaking free. Ready, makes the stop. At the
Well, you got to
22.
the 20.
Yeah.
defensive effort to force the 3-and-out.
That's twice they stopped me now, eh?
Yeah, they're doing a good job for a team that isn't a strong defense team.
Yeah. Although they did get a little help a couple of times. Drop passes and stuff,
Not
right?
much hang time on this one.
But that's okay. I'm getting the bounces today.
Yeah, you got it way out over the 50. I didn't think you would.
I just don't want to shank a punt out of bounds 10 yards downfield and give them a big boost, right?
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to score on you, I want them to at least have to go half the length of the field
That's fair enough.
instead of giving it back to them on our own, like, 30-yard line or something, right?
Gets rid of it. Had a shot, but couldn't come up with it.
I think he dropped that one because Grant Brown hit him when he was trying to catch it.
Well, we've been working on Grant Brown's tackling all season long, and we were working on it in the preseason, too. And we'll keep working on it. All right, I want him to be the hardest hitting safety in the NFL.
They'll go from the shotgun.
And you know what? He's still pretty close to his rookie years. He could do it.
With the pass.
Oh, there.
This pass is completed. Brown.
Boy, whoever's playing corner on that side is not doing a good job today.
Well, you know what? Hallman booted him out of the cornerback one position, right?
Yeah.
So he's obviously not the best corner on the team.
From the gun. Dropping back to pass on first down. Incomplete.
He snapped it early there, so I had to put a little extra effort in to get him.
You
Yeah.
see that kind of thing out of these guys a lot. They're big and they're strong and they're fast.
See, I might have formations that are resistant to an early snap, but if the players dilly-dally, it can still happen.
Yeah. See, what I found last season when I was playing defense for us here is that I had Hallman as the right cornerback, like cornerback 2.
Pressure.
And on his side of the field, eventually, I found that offenses didn't pass to that side as much anymore because when they did, he just shut them down, right?
Yep.
So they started picking on the other side, and the guy, I forget his name now, who's now cornerback 2 for you, and they picked on him for the rest of the season, right?
With a man in motion. Number 29. Play action. Throws it. Incomplete pass.
There's Boston knocking the ball down again.
Yep, that's why he leads the team in pass defenses.
Only his guy
Yep.
can get it. Those tip passes can turn into interceptions pretty easily.
He leads the team in dropped interceptions.
Yeah,
For the 5th time tonight, the coach sends in the punting unit.
that's just a less nice way of saying pass deflection.
Yeah. Well, although this one was a legitimate one.
Oh, this is a good punt.
He was actually reaching out with one hand, right? Yeah, they actually managed to really stick it to us on that one.
They're going to score touchdowns with their defense, by the looks of it.
Well, they didn't give me anything there.
Escaped the pursuit and was cut down quickly.
These guys up front are very tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running play. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
Green, the man in motion. He surveys the field, gets the pass off. And
Go Green.
Yeah, we haven't thrown a pass to him yet.
16-yard line.
Well, he dug you out of the hole
I'd
there.
like to see him get the fullback involved in the passing game. He's a pretty good option out of the backfield. He has quick.
Yeah, he had over
feet,
400 yards
and
receiving in
sometimes
this
pretty good
season as
idea.
well.
Number 6 with a man in motion. King makes the tackle at the 19. The defense did a good job stopping the run on that play.
They need to keep using this guy. He can get into that groove and be able to make the big run in the second half.
Out of the nickel. Calling an audible now. To carry it. Redding stops him at the 22. And they won't
Well, I
move
managed to
on.
push him over backwards and pick up a couple of yards there.
In the offense today.
Well, now you only got 4 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4 to go. Here are the numbers when it comes to third down conversions.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer
Oh
of
my.
how well your offense is playing. It means your offense is making big plays when they need it.
Calling an audible.
We'll just have both of the tight ends block here, maybe to give me a little extra time.
Surveying the field. Launches it deep to the left.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that guy's pretty fast if he managed to keep up with him.
Yeah, he actually did manage to keep up to him too.
Well, I had to take the shot. What can I say? I think I was running out of time there. I might have been able to wait for another second or two, but I don't think I had much more.
I don't think Quincy was outrunning that guy.
No.
Very shallow punt.
Didn't get quite as good a bounce that time.
Well, it is what it is.
Yep.
First and 10. Manley scans the defense from the gun. Throwing short to his left. Short swing pass to the running back. And he steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Wow, those don't usually work.
I had a curl flat on that side that time.
Oh, okay. Well, then that actually worked pretty well for a curl flat zone.
The first down marker is just inside the 40.
Maybe he hurried it a little bit, eh?
Manley from the shotgun. Flings it to the outside.
Why would you throw that?
I don't know. Not likely to get very much on that.
Yeah, I'll say.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
The defense really bears down on third down.
Nice.
I'm not sure who that was.
Brooks, the AI did it all by himself, I guess.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's an important
Right? You were controlling the other guy, right?
Yeah, I was controlling Grim on that play.
Yeah.
Man, at this rate, we're going to have to sub the second stringers in at halftime.
Well, no, I don't think the score's that lopsided. These guys are actually giving us a better game than anybody we've played in recent memory. I'm surprised, actually. But it's, like I said, in the playoff games, they kind of stiffen the competition up a little bit.
Yep.
So they have first and 10 here. Number 6 sends a man in motion. He sees something in the defense. Looking to run.
Oh, come on, guys. That was just straight up blocking.
Nothing open.
I'll tell you, the guys up front got outworked on that one. They got knocked off the line and they never recovered.
Shouldn't let somebody through untouched like that when no one's pulling or doing anything fancy. They're just, like straight up blocking.
Number 6.
There should be enough guys on the line to at least slow that guy down a little.
Wow, that guy just stood straight up.
Yeah. He must be the AI controlled player or something, hey?
Yep.
Gets rid of it, and it's caught. Number 35 brings him down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see
well.
weird things like that sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you do.
We're just about down to 1 minute.
Yeah, you have to give these guys credit. They've actually been playing pretty good in this game. I don't remember the last time I had only 21 points coming up on halftime.
Oh, you'll get it. You're just coming out a little rough because of a couple of overthrows. And a couple of drop passes, too.
Hall makes
Go
it
gains.
at the
See, maybe
33-yard line.
running is the way to go in this one.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to let the clock run out here because we're going to get the ball back in the second half anyway.
Yeah, because we kicked
Yeah. That being said, we'll have to see if they have the massive collapse in the third quarter or something. Because that seems to be when, like, even with these teams that start off playing us somewhat competitively, from what I can remember, once they get into the third quarter, then that's when everything just kind of falls apart.
Yeah, they're like, we have to stop the run, guys, at any cost.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't. You don't have to do that.
We're ready to start the second half of play.
That being said, you've let them have almost no offense at all.
They return here.
Oh, what can I say? I'm just doing what I usually do out there.
7-yard line to the 20. Uses
Well, I broke a tackle.
Yeah.
the home team.
Well, he is our halfback too, right?
Yeah.
Our kick returner. In fact, I think that's what you drafted him for, right?
I do believe so, yeah.
You were looking for a guy who could return kicks.
Yeah.
Themselves in the foot with a ton of penalties.
They got to keep it under control and eliminate all these mistakes.
What do you mean, ton of penalties? What are you guys talking about?
I think there's only been one penalty called in this game so far, actually.
Yeah, the smoke cloud is coming out of the box already.
Yeah.
Cook makes the stop at the 28-yard line.
There, it's not that anything bad happened in this play, but I know I talked in the last game about this. Watch how these guys rip to the outside, right?
Yep.
Because I take the handoff here. Now, if there is a gap to run through up the middle here, I'll be fine. But these guys rip to the outside all the time. You see that? This guy rips to the outside, that guy rips. But they don't seem to rip to the inside as well, right?
Yep.
So if there had been a gap like over the guard here to run through, I could have probably turned up and run up that gap, right?
Yep.
But
Yeah, well, that's one
basically,
of the...
it's the way that the defense in this game seems to work, or the way this game seems to work as part of the fear the D thing, is that
They really shut down the outside run.
Yeah, they shut down the outside run, and the way they do that is when their defensive players seem to be really, really good at ripping and sliding off of blockers whenever you try to go outside.
That's why you need Quincy White in order to do your outside running. That was my solution anyways. That's an overthrow. No, it's not. Oh,
Nope.
my God,
He
yes.
finally caught one. Wow.
40-yard line. He brings it in for a big game.
Well, they can't accuse you of any deflated ball scandal.
Well, the thing is, though, I was able to stand in the pocket that time. Like, these guys have been getting pressure from the outside and kind of chasing me around a little bit, right?
Yep.
And, if I have to roll one side or the other, I think, you said at one time that your passes are actually less accurate if you throw from outside the pocket, right?
Yes.
And I think what happens, too, is that... Oh, wow, look at that. Is that if I have to roll to get away from the pressure a little bit, well, then the pass I throw is going to be overthrown more often than not. Okay, I'm not sure what they were highlighting there. The big hit, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah. But anyway, that time I was able to stand still and just, throw the pass, right?
Yep. Oh! Oh! Well, he had to work hard for that one.
Yeah. But you see what I mean, though, right? Like, you see how this guy here is he can't rip inside, right? See, and I'm trying to go up the middle, and even your defensive end here, he can't rip inside, and he actually gets pancaked. And then our leading fullback picks up that linebacker, but again, he can't rip inside either. He ends up going outside.
He ends up going to the outside, yeah.
Which is why if I'd have been a little bit sharper on that run, I might have gotten a few more yards on that one, but...
Well, first down was good enough in that situation.
Yeah.
So they have first.
So that's why if you can run, basically, like John says, run between the tackles, that seems to work better if your line can open those holes up for you, right?
Well, your pulling guard picked up that linebacker.
Yeah, well, I was kind of slowing down and kind of waiting for him, right?
Those guys who seem to play
On that
better as
play.
the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
No, it's a 4-man line, but they're fairly wide space there, so maybe I can run between them.
Yep. Easy.
You can hear the collision up here.
And that's a face mask, but they'll never call it.
Yeah, they don't call face masks very often.
Yeah, the defense was looking
We had a successful run play, guys. It's time to come out and shotgun 5 wide receivers.
Yeah.
I know we're only 15 yards out, but trust me, they'll never expect it.
Hey, I use shotgun 5 wide receivers from here too sometimes, right?
Houston moves in motion.
Oh, it is man coverage. Look at that.
Now, clearly they haven't watched any tape. They don't know how that play is supposed to be run.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I have that play action pass that I run from this formation as well. And if I do exactly the same thing, I motion that wide receiver over and then try to run that play action, well, it's like they're in the backfield sacking me before I can throw the ball, right?
Yep.
So, you know, I actually developed those 2 plays that way
To work it together.
to try and work together so I could disguise one as the other kind of thing.
But it just doesn't
But
matter.
it just doesn't matter, right? It doesn't work because play action for the human player, at least most of the time, just doesn't work. Even though I typically run the ball 30 times a game, right?
Yep.
Benson comes in for the extra point.
You would think that with the amount that I run the ball, if I were to do a play action fake, you'd think that you'd have like 11 defenders in the backfield trying to chasing the running back, right? You know, maybe that's a bit exaggerated, but you would think that they would bite on that more. You know, that it would freeze safeties and freeze linebackers and stuff like that, like it's supposed to.
You don't get a small amount of yardage rushing per game. You actually get quite a lot. You run the ball quite a lot.
Yes, I do, because I like to run the ball. But, you know, exactly. And one of the things that I find that I don't like about this game very much is the fact that if you run a play action pass, it doesn't seem that the success of it doesn't seem to have anything to do with whether or not you've been running the ball, right? It either works or it doesn't.
5 yards to go. Only one man back. Manley sends a man in motion. Dropping back. Throwing. And the catch is made. He zipped that one right in there.
That's just a great job by the receiver. Not only was he able to make the catch on the rocket, but he was able to pick up.
And he was able to come back from that hit conscious.
Yep. Well, those short passes over the middle, right? That's the one thing that you do give up.
Rushing on first down has not worked out for them today. Less than a 2-yard per carry average.
Which is one reason why they find themselves on the short end of the stick right now. It's hard to have consistent.
Oh, another fumble.
I'll take that.
Oh, they're going to challenge it.
Terrible job holding on to the ball.
Yep, that's about right. When you give presence to the other team, you can't.
That was a delay, too, by the looks of it. Yeah, that's not a fumble.
And a possible fumble.
Look who was in there, though, like a dirty shirt there. Number 50, eh?
For both teams. I don't know.
That might not be a fumble, but it's going to be a tackle for a loss. Yeah, it was obvious. When you look at the replay, it's obvious that wasn't a fumble.
Use them, they go to waste.
You can't complain about it being a rigged call on that one, I don't think.
They have to get to the 36 to convert for a first down. Gets the pass off.
Whoa, look at that.
Play by the corner.
Yeah, I brought out a zone defense there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to run my zone defense come hell or high water.
Well, it was the right call that time because they've been throwing those short passes over the middle, right? So you didn't get an interception opportunity out of it, but you did manage to catch him by surprise a little bit. Oh, look at this. You got him again.
Yeah!
What a tremendous individual effort.
Screw you, buddy.
That's the kind of defensive player you can build a team around.
Oh, you know what? Your interior linemen are absolutely ferocious. Like, wow.
Now that one was a pretty basic one. I just went out to the outside here because I like to try to get outside this guy before I push in.
Yeah.
And then I just mashed the shove button. That's it. There was no spinning, no ripping, just plain old good mash. Sometimes that's what works.
Yep.
Again, they're unable to move the ball into scoring position and are forced to punt for the 7th time in the game. Here's the kick.
Okay, I guess I'm not returning that one.
No. Don't need to.
Ball on their own 20. Changing the play now. On the ground.
Come on, Gaines. Oh, no, don't go backwards. I had forward progress there. I had a couple of yards at least.
That's worse than a pull.
He blew it.
He blew it. Why did he go backwards after that?
Ball on the ground.
Wow.
A running attack that is consistent and effective will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package.
This worked okay the last time I tried it. We'll try it again.
He tucks it away. Bennett pulls him down.
Just run straight ahead.
Well, it worked just as good as it did last time.
Yeah.
The guy seems to get stronger every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, that play just seems to work very well.
Nice job so far on 3rd down for the offense.
You can do it again here.
Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
Gives the ball off. Cook makes
Oh, I just made it. Oh, it looks like it was Anderson in there instead of Gaines because it was 3rd down, right?
Yeah, that's probably why.
He gets some great blocks and he has patience as he picks up the 1st down.
I wasn't sure I was going to make it, but I did.
Whew, they didn't use the challenge, man.
directing traffic.
This is a little something I like to do from single back big.
Number 6.
Right, I like to use that tight end like a fullback. Wow, look at that. Nobody blocked any of those.
There was 4 guys
Yeah, like what? What is this? Like, wow. Okay, so 74 decides not to block him. But if he's going to block that linebacker, that's fine. Except that he decides not to block him either. And so the left tackle blocks the end. That's okay. And meanwhile, we've still got that other tight end that I moved over here, and he doesn't really block anybody either. Wow, what a mess.
Yeah, that was just an awful,
And here's
poorly
number,
run play.
yeah, here's number 74, who didn't block anybody at the start of that play.
I bet you he was aiming for the strong safety.
Yeah, you know, like,
Back to the play
wow.
on the field.
I'd rather run the ball and have everybody block everyone at the line of scrimmage and pick up 3 yards than have this happen, right?
Or even 2 yards.
Yeah, even 2 yards. Any kind of positive yards at all would actually be okay.
Looking for an option. Gives this one a ride to the left. Great.
There's
Yep,
a
that's a
touchdown.
touchdown.
Bye-bye.
The 10. Block station
He
punter.
beat that guy.
He delivered that pass right on time. Perfectly for the touchdown.
Yeah, the defenders were looking one way while the play was going the other.
Yeah, that time he didn't have a chance. He was behind him, and
Funny, I wonder how he got so far behind him. Must have been a move at the line or something.
well, I didn't see what happened on that streak attempt earlier, but maybe the guy managed to jam him at the line a little bit or something too, right? Because that can happen.
Extra point.
Quite possibly.
The home team are set
That
to
was a
kick
70-yard touchdown pass. See, the long bomb was bound to happen sooner or later. I can't play a game without throwing at least a couple.
He gets off a
Doink.
high kick, but a little short.
Yeah, doink.
From the 31.
Yeah, just hit him in the shins after.
From
Yeah.
the 35.
Well, it's not that the field position we're getting is that much better than if I just kicked it out of bounds. It's just that I think I observed before,
They're having no
if you
success
take the
running
penalty,
first down.
it seems to give the
I mean, less than 2 yards.
AI offense a boost, and it makes them play better, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to take the penalty, but you also don't want to kick the ball out of bounds. And since the kick meter is so wonky in this game, well, people watching who've been watching for any length of time, they may have noticed that we basically
Out of the gun.
fudge just about all the kicks. These days, the only time I ever attempt a full power kick is if I'm trying to kick a field goal from outside the 5-yard line. That's about the only time I ever really even attempt a full power kick anymore, because even on kickoffs, when you've got all the time in the world and there's no pressure, sometimes that kick meter just goes haywire and you end up kicking it out of bounds.
Yeah.
With the throw, and it's
Crunch.
John, one of your favorite terms right here. I'm going to use boom.
Yeah, but that's worse than a boom.
Yeah, your defense is just so good. I'm so envious.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to really pride myself on how well I designed defenses and played defense, but you know what? I have to admit you're just playing better than me.
Oh, well, thank you.
Here's the punt. Fair catch.
And the numbers at the end of the season will bear that out too, I think.
Well, you're just playing better at offense than I am, I have to admit.
Well, yeah, you're too scared to throw the ball deep. That's what your problem is.
Looking upfield.
I've never been able to convince you to
The 31.
throw the long bomb. You won't do it. So if you can't stretch the field, you can't do other things as well either.
Yeah, I do thread the needle pretty good, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, I gotta say, your short passing game is really good. But I do believe that I am better at both running and throwing the ball deep than you are.
Although not at breaking tackles.
No, I don't break tackles as well as you do, but I think my run plays are also just drawn better than yours too, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Instead of a first down.
Because I get better blocking out in front usually,
Yep.
and
So they have first and 10 here.
you know, like I don't have to break tackles in order to be successful, because I can. Like if the blocking all sets up here, this is going to be a big game too, right? And at this point, ahead 35-0 at this point in the game, I'm not really too worried about throwing a pass. Yep, see this?
Oh, man. Oh! I can't believe that was so sloppy. And he got back up again. He was going to try to tackle you again.
Yeah. Well, just watch though. Like, watch how the blocking sets up, right? Everybody actually does what they're supposed to do for a change. See, and this is why the triple I. Watch this guy, number 86 here.
Yep.
Right? Watch what he does. Okay, here comes the linebacker trying to shoot through the gap and spoil the line, or spoil the run play.
Not anymore.
But you see how this guy ripped to the outside and got away?
Yep.
Right? And so the right tackle didn't hold on to him very long, but it was just long enough for me to get away.
Yeah.
And of course, since they pulled the corner in, well, guess what? You've got a wide receiver against a corner there. And then you've got Martin, the other fullback, who picks up the safety coming around the outside here, right? Which allows me to pick up a lot more yards. But there's no corner out here. The cornerback should have been standing out here, right? At the start of that play. If he is, this doesn't happen. I get 5 yards and then that's it.
Let's get back
Yeah,
to the
right.
play on the field. This drive 9 yards away from a touchdown.
But that's why Gaines, even though he is not very fast, leads the league in 20-plus yard runs. I think he's got 3 or 4 in this game alone.
Yeah, he's really having a good career.
This one is handed off. Walt makes the play at the 5-yard line.
But that guy, number 20, even though he's only got like 72 speed, still has the longest run from scrimmage this season on the team, because he has an 80-yard touchdown run.
5 more yards.
That was a beautiful thing to behold, actually.
Well, Martin is a good ball-carrying fullback.
Yep.
Martin goes in motion. Going to the
Oh, they
left.
actually adjusted to that.
Yeah, they did.
Behind the line for a loss.
That's what I mean, though, right? Toss plays are really hard to run successfully, right? Especially if they are playing some kind of man defense, right? But you'll see how they have the corner way out here, though. And he comes in and, you know what? Yeah, that pulling guard, number 74 there, he picks him up, but that corner provides a wall that prevents me from getting away from this guy.
Yeah, he actually closes the outside off.
Yeah, because if I have enough room that I can run sideways more, if that corner's in the middle of the field, well, then I can maybe outrun this guy.
Yep.
So let's pick up the action. So now we have 3rd and goal.
Oh, that's the end of the third quarter.
So we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter with the home team ahead of the visiting team, 35-0. The teams are set for the 4th quarter of play. They have 7 yards to the end zone.
Well, they don't have the goal line out there now.
The visiting team come out in a nickel.
Wonder what that linebacker's doing.
You'll have to watch him.
Firing a ball into the end zone.
Yeah, he was wide open on the slant.
Secondary and got open for the touchdown.
Well, that's part of the problem of taking that linebacker out of that area, though, right?
Yeah, see, this is something that I like to do, too. Like, they did put a dime defense out there by the looks of it. But
He's a vital defender in the middle. That you can't just pull him out of the area.
well, that's the dime linebacker blitz by the looks of it that they called, right?
Yep.
And when I've got this guy here running the slant, and look at what the safety's doing, right? He's moving over to cover the outside guy. So basically the guy running the slant in the middle, there isn't anybody within 15 yards of him. Like, look at that.
Yep.
10 yards of him for sure.
And
And all that is it's just the typical, like short slant that you and I both use.
Yep.
But it's applied to the inside slot receiver on the 3 wide receiver side of that shotgun empty formation, right? And then I just run short curls with the other 4 guys.
And the extra point is good. The home team pour it on with another score. That was a very good drive, John. Good play call.
You got to love this as an offensive coordinator. You're calling plays that get your team into the end zone.
Put some air under it, but it looks a little short. From the 29.
It's just a little short.
Yeah.
Shut down the offense the last time.
That's okay. It's all by design. And if you have a tight end returning kickoffs, well, he's not going to score on you.
True.
Only one man back. Rogers in motion. Handed off to the back. Seymour.
I'm not giving them 2 tight ends on the same side.
Stopped him there.
Yep.
According to our numbers, that's tackle number 6 for him.
Yeah, Seymour's got 6 tackles in this game.
He's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
See, he's an impact player.
Manley starts out in the shotgun. Throws it, and he makes the grab.
Yeah, just run him over.
Yeah, the defense is real good at putting a quick end to completion.
See? Pass defense.
Yeah.
So they face a 3rd and 8. Here's a look at the third down success rate of each team.
Third down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives
Oh,
your
I got
defense
walled out
a little
there.
extra rest.
Oh, well, he wasn't going to catch that anyway. He was pretty heavily
Good
covered.
push by the defensive line, forcing the incomplete pass.
Putting pressure on the
Yeah, see,
quarterback
no
to
matter
throw
what, I
passes.
still double cover
Pressuring the receivers to do
downfield
the same
receivers.
thing.
Yeah,
If you can
that
play
looked like it would have been
physically
pretty
outside,
close to being out of bounds,
off the
even if he
route,
would have caught
hold
it,
him up at
actually.
the line, you can take away his receiving option. Forcing
Yeah,
him
they
to
didn't have a lot of
distribute.
room on this hash mark.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was actually standing on the stripe or not, but it looked like he was pretty close.
Very efficient on their last drive, relying on the running game as they move down the field. And let's see if they go back to the run here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, well, let's run the stretch play from our 6-yard line.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Houston, the motion man.
Well,
Can you say I'm dead?
He tucks it away.
well, I managed to get a few yards out
Oh,
of it.
somehow.
Gain of 5
Yeah.
on the play. 5 yards to go.
Look at that, they've only got 64 yards of offense so far in this game.
After 35 plays.
Yeah.
He sees something in the defense.
Oh, that's awful.
This one is handed off. Keeps his feet moving. Number 35
Go Gaines.
makes the tackle at the 17-yard line. Gaines picked up good yardage and a first down on that run.
Yeah, a really good call there because the defense was sure that they were going to go with a
I've
pass
got
rush.
204
When the ball was
yards
handed
rushing in
off,
this game.
they
Wow.
kind of had to react mid-spring.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Changing the play now.
Well, we'll try running toward the nickelback side there.
Gaines.
Well,
He was really hit
I guess he was equal to the
You
task.
talk about your depleter. That's what happened there. He unloaded and he got a depleter.
2nd and 9 coming up.
I found the gap there, but that nickel back actually did a really good job of coming up and filling it up, right?
Yep.
Playing like a linebacker.
Well, he might be a good player. You never know.
Yeah.
He'll get it again. Redding stops him at the 18-yard line. Gaines wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got
See again here though, right? Like watch how they rip, and they rip to the outside,
Yep.
right? You know, and even that guy that the tight end missed, well, he made a move to the outside, right? That linebacker. And then the fullback missed him. Not sure why. It looked like he tried to block him, but he kind of stumbled ahead and didn't do anything
Yep.
very helpful.
5th play of this drive. 9 yards to go.
These guys play an awful lot of zone defense here.
consistent
Wow.
success on 3rd down, which they've had, usually translates into a win.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Damn cheeseheads.
Oh, look at this. I got the long audible. Come on, hurry up.
Nope.
Nope.
Number 6.
That is so stupid. I hate that.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. And they need about 9.
Huh. Okay, well, I've got 15 seconds.
Defensive backs. He sees something in
I
the
should be
defense.
able to call this audible and get lined up before the clock runs out, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He surveys the field under pressure.
Come on.
That's Houston dropping the ball for the 3rd time in this game. Wow. He's having a terrible game.
Will come into this game to punt. Hall is back to receive this kick. Not much hang time on this one.
Huh. Got no bounce at all that time.
Well, it happens. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I might have been a little bit deep in our end for that particular punting method that time.
Number 41 with the tackle at the 36. About 7 yards there. First down marker is just inside the 32. Dropping back, closing in, stepping up, gets the pass off. Almost picked it.
Just hits him with the ball.
Was there for the pick, but he popped it, John. He'll be thinking about that all night.
No, they don't have the best hands in the field. They sure do take up a lot of space. So if one of them pops up in the path of the football, he'll generally do something good.
Ooh, no protection on that side.
Throwing. He hits his receiver.
Oh, look at this. Another fumble. Wow. These guys are having trouble holding on to the ball.
I don't think that was a fumble, though.
Maybe not.
And they're all walking off the field with their heads
Yeah,
down.
they're going to challenge that one, too.
Challenged by the coach.
The call on the field is questionable. They're going to review it, and this one might get reversed.
And we'll take a few looks to determine.
Yeah,
whether
that's
the
not a
ball came
fumble
out
either.
Before the knee was down.
This thing here,
He was definitely
the ball
down before the ball came out.
Before
Yep.
his knee was down. If it did, then it should be counted as a fumble.
They've had to use 2 challenges in this game, though. You don't see that very often.
It didn't hurt.
But I guess they get another one now since they won both of their
It
challenges.
made it easy to overrule.
Number 29. Pressure. Throws it. Can't pull him down. He finds his man. Manley seems to put every throw
He actually ran beyond the first down marker there.
Yeah, and then he ran backward.
Might be the most-
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that one run play, right? I had a couple of yards forward progress, and then for some reason he decided to run backward a ways, and
Yep.
I ended up with a run for no
They'll get a
gain.
first down if they can
Yeah,
move the ball
exactly.
inside the 19-yard line.
Sometimes these guys would be better off to just go down.
Finally make it inside the 20.
Oh, you got him again, almost.
Almost got to
Wow.
the sack.
They took a pretty big shot at the end of that play.
Well,
They've been working
they got
on
no
trying
tight ends
to
now.
3- and 5-step drops that are designed to get the ball out of there quickly. He still has to try and get it out a little sooner, but he doesn't have to take too many hits.
Come on, Greg May.
Out of the gun. Pressure coming.
Ah,
And he hits his target. They convert for the first
Well,
down.
they managed to keep it
They
going.
ran the perfect play to get those couple of yards.
Yards needed to get into the end zone.
oh, I went the wrong way. Damn
Yep.
it.
May pulls him down.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Gain of 4. They can convert for a first down by reaching the 2.
Oh, twin tight ends on the.
Personnel up front. They line up in the I formation. Number 43.
Well, I got the line over there.
At the
Yeah.
4-yard line. Just about a 3-yard gain.
Don't worry, Rec V5X. I think we've got this game in the bag anyway.
And you can't win if you can't convert third down.
Ah, well, now they have to make a decision. They're going to go.
Gain of 2.
I thought they might.
And they got the 3 tight end formation out there.
Yards will get them 6 points. On the call. So he'll be down.
Oh, they didn't make it.
When a team gambles,
Wow.
makes it,
Denied.
If they fail, everyone will second guess the coach all week long.
Goal line stand by Rec V5X.
Directing traffic. Number 6 sends a man in motion.
This is going to be interesting.
Throws it out over to the left.
Easy touchdown. Oh,
And he showboats his way
no. Wow.
98-yard touchdown pass.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Look at that.
Oh man.
I even had enough space that I was able to showboat a little bit there. Wow. 98-yard touchdown pass.
Benson comes in for the extra point. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. John, they've cashed in on the turnover opportunity.
Against all odds.
Yep.
Points on the board. When you can
Well, that's what
convert
happens though, right? You got that explosive wide receiver in there. And they crowd everybody up to the line like that. It's a recipe for disaster, I tell you.
High in the air, but
No,
not
number
much
65 is going to get this one.
Yeah.
from the 28-yard line.
Look at him go.
The visiting team will start this drive from the 40.
He made it back to the 40.
First and 10. They'll go from the I formation. Pass play here on first down. Slings into the outside.
Crunch.
Swings his pass,
Crunch.
running back out on the right side. The pass was brought in, and it will bring up second down.
Passing on first down is a way of keeping the defense off balance. If you're successful, you could set up big runs on first down or any typical passing situation.
It's second down and 9 to go. Gets rid of it, and he hits his target. Coleman makes the tackle at the 47-yard line. When you think about guys with great hands, he's very close to the top, John.
See, when they use that full house formation, they just leave like everybody in and they send two guys out into the pattern, right?
Very
Yep.
hard to improve his pass catching. And I think he's
Makes it
become
pretty
one of the
hard
best
to
guys.
get any pressure.
Number 29.
Yeah, but it also makes it hard for them to get any substantial amount of yardage, right?
Pickup of about 8.
You know, they might be able to move the ball a little bit doing that, but it'll take them like one day short of forever in order to go anywhere, right?
Under pressure, flips it out.
I love that. Greg May leaves his feet to hit the quarterback.
Yeah.
38, number 29, is doing a good job finding the open area in the coverage, and that's his third
And now
down.
they're going to come up with a
1
tight
yard
end.
to go.
Well, it is 3rd and inches. If they're smart, they would try and run the ball here, but
Gets rid of it. He
oh,
hits
okay.
his
Well, he threw the short
Coleman
curl.
with the tackle at the 34. That little dump off will move the chain.
Well, I guess that'll
This
do it
guy
in a
is known as
situation
one
like
of the most
that.
accurate
Yep.
quarterbacks around. And part of that is because he makes a lot of passes like these. They're almost like long handoffs.
Only one man in the backfield.
There he is again.
Tony Seymour.
Great job getting in there to drag the quarterback down. He picks up the sack.
And he'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
We'll need to get the ball inside the 24 to convert for a first
That's
down.
8 tackles and 2 sacks for him.
Pressure goes with a short pass to the right side. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss.
I love that.
Yeah, they're going backwards now.
He makes his 4th catch of the game.
Yeah, he'll have 4 catches for a net of like 3 yards or something, right?
Yep. But the whole time they'll be talking up how reliable his hands are.
Yeah.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
Pressure coming, throws it, and the catch is made. Holt makes the tackle at the 31.
Well, they're going to go on 4th down
This is a
again.
great block. Watch here. He just barrels into the defender, taking him right off the turf. Now that is a textbook block right there.
Under pressure, he's looking, gets rid of it.
No, he dropped
just
it.
a drop.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe he thought
That's
his
just a
team
drop.
could make a
Wow,
play
yeah,
right
that was an
now.
unforced
Now they
error
give the other
there.
team a chance on offense.
Calling an audible now. Looks like he's changing the play. Passing on first down. Throwing left. He hits his receiver. The 40. Number 35 makes the stop at the 50. Number 6. Plugged it in there for the completion.
I'll tell you, this guy has one of the biggest arms in the NFL. He put it all he had into that one and got him a first down.
Well, I'm going to let the clock run down to 2 minutes here. He does actually have one of the biggest arms in the NFL. It's the size of most other players' legs.
Oh, God. Well, especially because he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
Okay, that's kind of strange.
Fullback handoff.
What?
Mark couldn't find an opening.
Oh, usually if I
Yeah, he was.
use the playmaker stick to the right in that formation, it goes in the other direction, right? I'm not sure why. I had to do it. I had to do it backwards there.
How strange.
Changing the play now.
Yeah.
Looking upfield. Redding stops him at the 47-yard line.
Well, found a little bit of room there.
To move the chains on third down here, they have to get it to the 40. Come out of the nickel.
Okay, I'm going to run this. I'll just run this. Whether we make a first down or not, it really doesn't matter.
Well, it'll force them to use a timeout if they want.
I don't know. With the score being 49-0, do you think they'll really bother?
Okay, guys, we've got to score a bunch of touchdowns.
Yeah, you know what? There is no such thing as a comeback that miraculous.
Anderson. Solid hit. Just punched him.
And the thing is, when you get hit like that... it's
See,
like
he's
having
too
a football
fast. I
game.
never thought I'd say that, but he's too fast because if that had been Gaines running that play, I would have had the chance to let the blocking develop a little more.
Yep. See what I mean about too fast? It is a thing.
Yeah, but only in the run game.
Yeah, whatever.
There's no such thing as too fast at wide
Hey,
receiver.
Quincy White did perfectly fine as a running back for me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you run the stretch a lot more than I do, too. That's it. That's the divisional playoff game. What a dominant performance by RecV5X on defense. Wow.
Well, what can I say?
It was just another day at the office for me, but yeah. I think that's back-to-back shutouts for you now, too, right?
Is it really?
Or no, not quite. Two in the last 3 games, because the Wreckers did manage to kick 3 field goals on you, but I think in Week 16 you shut those guys out.
Maybe. I don't quite remember now.
Yeah. But anyway, we're off to the conference title game now. And it will be against either the Desperados or the Zombies, depending on which one of them won their divisional game.
Yep.
Yes, that was a very dominant defensive performance, right? 16 yards rushing and 111 yards passing.
Oh, that leaky pass defense.
Yeah, and amazing. With all those fumbles, they only turned the ball over 1 time.
Well, they did challenge 2 of them and get them back.
Yeah, but they were 0 for 2 in the red zone. Look at that. See? You denied them twice when they did get inside the 20.
Well, good.
And that is, in my opinion, one of the most key defensive statistics that there is. Right? I mean, even my defenses, I didn't dominate, in yards allowed and that kind of thing the way that you did. But the one thing I did really well at was having the lowest defensive red zone scoring percentage.
Yeah, you had a lower defensive red zone scoring percentage than even I did.
Yeah. But that's because I play a lot of zone defense, though, and I play a lot of zone blitzes.
Yep.
And when you can play zone defense that effectively blankets the field and blitz and get pressure at the same time, then you create more turnovers and that kind of thing, too. But anyway, here we go. So I threw for 358 yards and 6 touchdowns today, even though I only made 21 pass attempts. And the long pass of 98 yards. Wow. That's about the longest touchdown pass I've ever thrown, actually. And rushing, well, Gaines got a 5.8 yard per carry average and 141 yards. And even Anderson and Martin did okay. But you see this, though? Gaines has got 79 speed, and yet he's got 3 20-plus yard runs. You know, mind you, his longest one is 33, but anytime you hand the ball to a running back, if he can get you 20-plus yards 2 or 3 times in a game,
he's doing real good.
He's doing real well. Like, you're going to have a lot of 100-plus yard rushing games when you have a guy who can do that for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's Quincy White there with 41, almost 42 yards per reception average. And Hudson with 3 catches. And Houston got 2 catches for 43 yards, and he dropped 2. So there you go. Both drop passes that I had were by Houston.
Which is really too bad.
Yeah. There, the rookie wide receiver, Mike Houston, Mark II, got 2 catches, and he also got a touchdown.
No catches by Mark III, though.
No, well, he...
didn't come open this game.
Didn't come open this game. And look at Tony Seymour there.
Yep, 8 tackles. He's exceeding the kickoff guy.
Yeah, he led the team in tackles over the regular season, and he led them in this playoff game, too.
Tackles for a loss. Seymour was tied for first in that. Sacks. Oh, Seymour led the team in sacks today.
Yep. Well, look at that, though. Brooks got 2. You sacked these guys like 7 times. Well. But that's what I mean, though. Like, your interior defensive line play, I think, is really what makes your defense work really well, because you just create havoc in the middle. Like, every time they go back to pass, it seems like the middle of their offensive line is collapsing inward.
Yeah.
And, it creates a lot of opportunities for your outside pass rushers, but
we had the best defensive back on the field out there.
Yeah, Alfred Lewis. But when you can occupy 2 or even 3 offensive linemen with a single player, it makes it awfully hard for the offense to protect their quarterback, right?
Yeah,
because you're worth 2 offensive linemen and sometimes 3.
Well, that's why you want a big dominant guy in the middle.
Yeah. That was a guy I acquired, actually.
Yep.
Brooks. I traded for Brooks in order to get that 90-plus strength defensive lineman.
Yeah, he was somebody else's left tackle.
Yeah, he was somebody else's left tackle, and actually converted a left tackle into a defensive tackle because of his strength and quickness, right? I think his acceleration was around 80 as well.
Yep.
Anyway, here we go. So this guy is a fairly good quarterback, actually, and he did manage to complete 2/3 of his passes against you, which is probably as well as anybody has ever done.
Yep.
Although you did sack him 7 times, too. And rushing, well, okay, it looks like they made a little bit of an effort to run. Considering that they were playing with a big deficit most of the game, I guess that, they did try a little bit.
Well, they do have that full house offense, right?
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of drops considering the number of passes that they threw. They had that 1 4th down drop, but by then the game was effectively over anyway.
Yep.
And, yeah. That middle linebacker got lots of tackles, as well as lots of tackles for a loss.
Yeah, their front 7 did pretty good in this game.
Yeah. Well, the offensive line didn't do a very good job of picking everybody up.
Yeah, that's true. With that one play with the 4 guys in the backfield.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is that? Anyway,
this is where the coach sees that and his eye twitches and he just takes a shot of his beer on the sideline.
Yeah. So there we go. Quincy White is the player of the game with 4 touchdowns.
Nice.
Including a 98-yard pass and run play. But anyway, so I guess we'll see you again in the conference title game.
Yep.
Until then,
I'm RecV5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.